The NBA has decided to suspend Draymond indefinitely. So to me, this suspension is very vague. It could mean that Draymond's gone for a long period of time, but it could also mean it could be a relatively short period of time where he comes back immediately. For example, that situation he had over a year ago with Jordan Poole, where the Warriors had told everybody and he had told people that he was going to take some time off to get himself right. And we found out that time off was just like 1 week. He just had a magical recovery after a week, and he was healed, which was BS. We all knew that was a bunch of bullshit, and that was just the Warriors' pathetic attempt to cover for him, and just it was just a mockery, to be honest. Just I felt like my intelligence was insulted when they pulled that shit, but that's what I'd say about that situation. Getting back to the current situation, it could be just like that, where he comes back after a few weeks. He has an emotional press conference saying he's learned his lesson and he's healed emotionally. The typical bullshit for the camera to give them that portrayal that they need. So I think this is kind of stupid. Well, I'm not gonna say kind of stupid. I think this is straight up stupid. Just unless you're gonna give him a long suspension, and by long suspension, in my eyes, it has to be something around like 25 games. He should get it. It's overdue, and it's not just for this one-time offense. It's for everything prior to this he's gotten away with when he should have gotten suspended, but he didn't. So to me, it's adding up all the horrible things he's done over the years. And I think that's even generous in my eyes. If you added up all his past transgressions, he should be suspended for like a whole entire year. So I think it should be 25 games. I think Silver's attempt to rescue him is just pretty idiotic and stupid. Because first off, I have to say, why should we care about Draymond? Why should he be saved? He's not of any value to the NBA. This is not a face of a league type of guy. He's not LeBron. He's not Steph. He's not Kevin. He's not any of these guys who are considered face of the league type of guys. The league is fine without him. The league was fine before him. The league will be fine after him. This guy is a scrub role player who's over glorified, which is why I just don't understand the effort to try to rehabilitate him. Just let this guy go away. Let this guy perish. It's like at any other job. No one gives a shit about you if you have mental health problems. If you're a hazard to the people around you, then they're going to fire you. They're going to can your ass, especially if you're not talented. If you're just mediocre, below average at what you do, and you're also a toxic person, people will remove you. And that's the way it should be. Honestly, I have no problems with the way things are set up like that in most corporate structures. It should be that way. The only time people get away with this shit is when they're supremely talented, and that's when they give you the leeway to be a piece of shit person. But in this case, Draymond is not supremely talented. He's actually just a very mediocre NBA player. If we're being honest, this guy is a glorified role player, and he's not even good at what he's allegedly supposed to be good at. Defensively, he's been garbage this year, so he's not living up to that part of it, and just the Warriors are not winning with this guy when he's on the court. I just don't get the effort to save this guy, rehabilitate him. He's one of those guys that deserves to fall through the cracks and suffer. He's a terrible person. He's rotten. He's not talented. And he doesn't even bring enjoyment to the game. Well, I guess if you're a Warriors fan, maybe you enjoy his dirty play and him kicking people in the nuts and doing all those cheap shots. But then again, I've seen some Warrior fans who are now turning against him that hate his antics. So I don't get this effort to save him. To me, it's just very mind-boggling. Just who cares? There have been plenty of other rotten guys before him that no one cared about saving. But then again, I guess it has to do with him being part of the Warriors machine and just all the media hype behind him, that now these idiots that hyped him up, they have to stay loyal to him, because if they turn against him, then they'll look like fools for actually saying he was great in the first place when he wasn't. So to me, it's just ridiculous. I never thought in my life I would see a role player get this type of respect and attention, from the media, and people just condoning his bad acts and just trying to give him a pass for everything. But it shows to me just how how some people in life can get very far despite not being talented due to being great manipulators. And Draymond is really great at manipulating people. He's up there. Just he should give a master class on manipulation. Just it's amazing how many people he has eating out of his hands. I see on TV just trying to defend this clown, but that's all I have to say.